Hi, welcome to FunLab's Design Studio. This is kind of a mini showcase slash type tutorial of my work process for a time-lapse video that I'm putting out. It's coming soon. This is the background of a digital painting I did for the illustration that's in the time-lapse video. The time-lapse video is an inking process, kind of a unique one. You'll see it when it drops really soon. But I just wanted to show you the processes of the whole creative content involved in making these. They're not just quick. So first of all, I got this image, and it's of a microchip, but the background is really cool and kind of synonymous with what my character is, and it will work with it. So I wanted to kind of do some work with it. So I adjusted the threshold in the image adjustments layer in Photoshop. What I wanted to do is take out the bolt holes from this microchip board so that it's all kind of one. And you'll see from these that I've only painted one, or I'm starting another one, and you can't really tell probably which one I painted besides this one is the second one I started. You can start telling, but the other one I did, it's not any of these, it's actually this one here, right there, I painted, and you can't tell. It all kind of works out with it. So that's how I'm going to make it look like these other ones as well. So here's the other one I started, and I'll just quickly go through that and explain it quickly, and then I'll time-lapse the rest of the video. So with the brush tool, first your eyedropper tool, selecting eye, as most of you probably know. Shortcut tool, I select a color that's similar to what I'm trying to get from the color of one of these circles. Then with the brush tool, I just lower it down to a smaller brush, and then I kind of go over it. And this is just with the mouse right now. These are touch-ups. So you can do this with the mouse if you don't have a drawing tablet. I have a drawing tablet on my other PC, and that's what I use Krita for. So now I just want to get it as kind of close to what this looks like. So then I'll go over here, make it look a bit better, as long as it's pretty close to what I'm trying to make it look like. Just add some little accents there. And then what I'll do is select some of the black, because that's, you want it to mix with it as well. Kind of get this in here a little bit there. And then I'll select some of this and paint. And that's B. Just give it a little paint there. So now for the blending features, we select the blur tool. We can also, I like to select the smudge tool, smudge this in a little bit. As you can see, it starts going in a little bit better, more natural looking. And then I smudge around just to get it that nice feel of, and I mean, like, you guys don't have to do this, but if you want your work to look like really good and clear and concise to the viewers, then it's good. Then you can select the magic wand tool. So then you select, I selected too much there, but let's select this one. No, let's select here. Okay, perfect. So then what I do is I get the blur tool and I just blur around, kind of like doing it like that. And you can also add a blur. So what I do, I'll go to filter, blur, just add a blur, and then Control D, come off. And then as you can see, it's starting to, so now you can see those little lines, the jagged pixelated lines. You want to smooth those out so it gets a more close resemblance to what you're looking for, and then it looks good. All this kind of works well with one another. So once you get that going, select your eye, get the, and it seems tedious. Obviously, if you're not an artist, then you're not going to understand the processes of what an artist goes through just to make their work. But for people who are interested in learning this, then there you go. Just gives it that extra touch. And obviously I'm going to give it a little bit more blur just to get those edges down here, there. Now I can zoom out. That's Control I. Now you can see it's starting to look pretty close to what these are, but not quite yet. So what I want to do is I want to select this black part there, and I want to add a blur to that, because I don't I don't really like how that is. Control D. So now see, that's a little bit better. Now it's starting to see it's more, boom, it's more lively to what you want it to look like. You can't really tell. You can zoom it in a bit more to get some more touches. What I like to do is select these and then come in and just paint in a bit more of this color here and then smudge it in and blur it in so that it's not, see, now it's kind of similar to this. And then what we'll do is we'll smudge it in some more, give your brush a bit bigger, and then smudge it in like that. And now you're gonna see it's gonna really like look pretty much close to how you wanted it to look. You brush it in like that, and then now it's kind of, now when we zoom in and zoom out, you won't even be able to know that it was kind of adjusted. And yeah, so there you go. You can do that to all of them. I might make this a bit bigger so that it's not, you don't see much of the black, just to give it that more, and some of them might connect, but for now that's just basically how I'm going to go along and do all these dots to make it look how I want to look, and just eyeball it, keep a reference eyeball to make it look as close to these other ones that were in the photo as possible, and clean up whatever else you want to clean up on that. So for now I'm just going to speed up time-lapse video and show you from there. Copy and paste these as well. There. So then there's that one. You can drag this into place now and put it here, and then it's pretty easy. And then what you want to do is you want to just like move it around. This takes, I just showing the painting way, but if you guys want to do it this way, so then you can do it this way, and then you just get like the blur tool and then blur around it. Pretty easier it's much easier that way, and then it's quicker as well. Sometimes I like painting them just to test my skills, because it's good to learn how to do. But if you're like on a deadline and whatnot, then you kind of want to do this way. It's another easier way. now that I'm done all that and that's all placed, all of them are placed, I'm going to go along and blur them out like I did with the other ones, the ones I painted and the other ones, and smudge them and make sure they all mesh well, or the lines connected with it, and etc., etc. Fix how I want it to look, maybe change the dots in the middle, stuff like that. And then I'll go ahead and blur it and the image will be done, and then I'll put my digital painting on top of it, but I'll show you that in the next video. So if you like this one video, little quick tips and tricks video, then please leave a like and subscribe, and bell notification for more, because there's a lot more coming and you're going to see it coming through. Thank you very much. I appreciate it, and you have a great day. Stay classy. Peace. Now that you have all those placed, and then I'm going to go around and blur them out and fix them up and make them nice again, so they look like the others that I did. And then I'll do some other touch-ups, add maybe a nice other blur filter or something for the background, and then I'll place my image on here and I'll show you the placement of the image. Oh, man.